Hello, hello. Welcome. My name is Amanda. I'll be leading you through your next 60-minute class. Class today is going to be really core centric here. We're going to be taking some postures that we traditionally do and just adding a little different variety to them. The reason I like to do this when I teach is just because we get in autopilot a lot of times in our everyday lives. We have routine. We know when we wake up, we brush our teeth, we shower, we take our vitamins, we drink our coffee, and we go to work. And then we just start to keep going and going and going in that way that it becomes mindless. And the purpose of our yoga practice, or one of the purposes of our yoga classes and our yoga practice, is to be mindful with our movements. And so when we come into classes and we're doing the same thing over and over, and there are benefits to repeating the movements, do not get me wrong, the foundational postures is where it all begins. But every now and then we got to add that variety to begin to build those new neural pathways. And it's really interesting. I was watching a documentary and they were talking about how learning a new skill can literally change the shape of your neurons in your brain. So it just takes doing it over and over and over again to literally build the new pattern in your head, which essentially makes you smarter, makes you well equipped to deal with change. So I guess if we were to bring this into a roundabout way, doing yoga makes you smarter, right? So today we're just going to start in either an upright seated meditation, or we're going to come into a child's pose, knees as wide as you need them to be, with your big toes touching. If you need a little more support for your spine, let's say you're not ready to go into a really deep expression with your child's pose, an option is to keep your knees a little bit closer together. And then maybe you take a block underneath your head and then just let the arms fall. So it's not such a stressful shape if your body is not ready for it. But we're going to come here, closing the eyes, only if it feels safe, only if it feels useful. Otherwise, just drop your gaze to a non-moving part of the floor or a part of your mat and let your body settle in. Let your body arrive. Let your body be here now. And just begin to feel, just simply feel how the breath kind of texturizes as it goes down your throat, finding this kind of Ujjayi Pranayama early on in class. So if you're unfamiliar with Ujjayi Pranayama, it is a victorious breath. You slightly constrict your tongue towards the roof of your mouth, creating that audible sound, almost like Darth Vader, or like waves crashing against the sand or crashing against itself. And when we find this Ujjayi Pranayama, we build heat within, but then when we can hear our breath, we will more than likely pay attention to it. And the beauty of our breath is the more we can hear it, the more we pay attention to it, the more present we become. So at any moment you feel like your mind is wandering, or you feel just like lost or overwhelmed, I encourage you to come back to child's pose or any restorative posture and come to the breath. Our breath is one of the only natural ways that we can get our body back to a homeostasis. It's the only time we can bring our nerves and calm them down without medication. The beautiful thing about our breath is it always is there for us, if we're lucky. It is never behind us. If it is never in front of us, our breath is always with us. Take this next minute to just connect with your breath. Begin to deepen the breath. If you haven't already done so, begin to introduce Ujjayi Pranayama. And if Ujjayi Pranayama doesn't work for your body, doesn't feel good on your body, don't worry about it. Just focus on breathing. Now, whether you're in child's pose or upright in a seated meditation, child's pose, begin to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. If you're in a seated meditation, you can take your right hand to the ground and arch your left arm up and over. And I want you to extend through the fingertips. Instead of just lifting the arm or reaching the arm, see if you can reach out, feeling the shoulder blade lift up towards the ear. Take a breath in. Exhale, breath out. Walk your hands back to center if you're in child's pose. If you're upright, take left hand over to the left and arch your right arm up and over. If you're in child's pose, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Focus on squaring your right shoulder down towards the mat and actively press into the shin bones. Breath in. Reach through your fingertips as you breathe out. Now begin to come up. Tabletop or child's pose. Start to make your way into tabletop, seated meditation. Start to make your way into tabletop. And I want to start tabletop just a little bit differently today. So I want you to take your palms, fingers away from one another. Okay. So when you come into this tabletop with your fingers away from one another, still underneath the shoulders, claw your fingertips into the mat, press into that knuckle of your index fingers and just rock from side to side. And then start to turn your fingertips towards your knees. So the wrists are facing the front of the room. And then just begin to rock forward and back. Take one more rock forward and back. Next time you come forward, tuck the toes, sit your hips onto your heels for a moment. Now, if sitting on your heels is a little too intense for you this early on in class, I encourage you to take a block, put it in between your calf muscles and your hamstrings, and then prop your butt on it. All right, so whatever feels good. If tucked toes doesn't feel good, you can still use the block. Just figure out what your version looks like today. Wherever you are, sitting on heels, knees together, sitting on a block, start to interlace the fingers. And as you exhale, press the palms away from you, tuck your chin to the chest and find this cat back. On your inhale, lift the arms overhead, biceps next to the ears. And as you exhale, take it to a gentle back bend. So you don't want to go to any kind of a fullest expression. We're still very much warming up the body. Press the palms up to the sky, inhale. And as you exhale, round the spine into your cat back, pulling the hip bones forward up to the ribs. Inhale, press the ceiling up to press the hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, find the back bend. Maybe you go just like a smidge deeper. Smidge, that's an official yoga term here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your back bend. Now, next time you reach up, take your hands down to the ground, untuck your toes, and just kind of hit the tops of your feet to the mat. Get the energy moving, get rid of any tension you may be feeling in front of the ankles. Now, as one, we breathe. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, pull the ribs into the spine, round into cat pose. Do that 2 more times. Lower the ribs, lift your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, round and tuck. Maybe you come to the fingertips. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you come back into your neutral spine, I want you to extend your right leg behind you. And then think like dog and fire hydrant, okay? So when we do this fire hydrant shape, you're gonna extend your right leg back and then pull your knee up. So the knee is as close in line of the shoulder as you can. Foot is flexing, big toes towards the shin bones. Lift the knee up just a little bit higher, feel the glute begin to work. And then as you exhale, squeeze the knees together. Now, if you want to kind of stabilize through the right hand, lift the knee up, set the left hand long, fingertips are pointing away from you. And now press hard into the right hand, breathe in, squeeze knees together like a book, breath out. Do that 1 more time. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze the knees, walk the left hand underneath your, where it was, lift your left knee back up. And this time you're going to step off to the mat and then come into like this side plank, but we're not so worried about form here, okay? So what I want is a big heart opener. So you're gonna step off of your mat, your foot is behind the other foot, and then instead of lifting arm on top of arm, vertically stacking them, can you look up to your right hand and slide it so far behind you that you can't see it in your peripheral vision, turning this into a heart opener. Just like gravity, pull the arm down, press into the left hand, so we're not resting into the joints, but rather using the muscles. Inhale your arm straight up. And as you exhale, take the right hand to the ground and pick up the left foot. Take a breath in, tuck the left toes underneath. And as you exhale, pull knee to nose as you simultaneously lift your left knee. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, drop the right left knee. Exhale, pull knee to nose as you pick it up. Last one, inhale and exhale. Drop the knee, 3-point down dog. Inhale, swing it out to the side so your foot is extended. If this is too much, go back to that 90-degree bend. Take a breath in, exhale it out. Leg is extended, inhale, tap foot to ground or knee to knee, exhale. Lift up, inhale, tap foot to ground, exhale. One more time, inhale, tap foot to ground as you exhale. Now I want everyone to extend your leg long. Drop your ribs, lift your gaze, cow pose. And as you exhale, send the hips back into this child's pose. So with our right leg extended, get your toes to point to the ceiling. And just like we did earlier on in class, maybe walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Square the left shoulder down. Maybe you can walk so far forward over to the right side that you can turn your big toe to the top of your mat, grab your foot like you're climbing a rock, and then pull. Walk your hands back to center slowly with control. Press into the palms, shift your body weight forward into your tabletop. Tuck your left toes underneath and lift up into 3-point downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Shift forward to 3-point plank as you breathe out. Inhale, lift the leg a little bit higher. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend, knee through the elbows. Inhale, extend, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, extend, set the foot down as you exhale, drop the knees to the ground. Take a moment here to roll out the wrists. So like I said, lots of work on the wrist, lots of core. So we're gonna be taking a lot of wrist stretches, counter. There's no right, there's no wrong. Your barometer is if it hurts. So if something you do hurts, back off. All right, let's move on to the left side. So find your tabletop again. Good. Send your left leg to the back of the room. Now take a breath in. And as you exhale, dog and fire hydrant, open the left knee out to the side. Good. Breathe in, lift the left knee higher. Squeeze the knees together, breath out. Now, if you find yourself dumping exclusively into the right hand, as you lift your leg up, walk your right hand off the mat, flex the foot, breath in. Squeeze the knees together, breath out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the knees. Walk your right hand back underneath your shoulder, lift the leg up, and we're gonna send it to the right side of our mat, coming into this kind of side plank version. But our left foot is really, really behind our right foot. And again, look at your left hand, make sure shoulder is stacked over wrist, and begin to let the left hand come out of your peripheral vision as you're shining your heart up to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. As you exhale, windmill the hand back down to the floor. Good. Start to turn back into your tabletop. Take a breath in. Tuck the right toes, and as you exhale, knee to nose. Drop your right knee, extend left leg. Inhale. Press into the hands, knee to nose. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Next time you inhale, drop the knee, extend the leg. Either go to that 90-degree bend or swing your left leg out long. Take a breath in. Inhale. Tap foot, exhale, lift it up, lower down. One more time, lift it up, lower it down. If the knee is bent, extend it. Drop your ribs, lift your gaze, inhale, coming into a child's pose with this extended left leg. Be mindful that right and left side sometimes don't communicate, so this side may be a little more open or a little tighter. If you want to go into kind of that side body stretch, walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Square your right shoulder down. And again, if you want to go into kind of the grip here, keep walking your hands over to the left side, point your toes to the front of the room, and then grab your foot, just like you're pulling a rock when you're climbing a mountain. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, pull the foot and bend your elbows. And very slowly walk your hands back over your head. Shift your body weight forward. Tuck your right toes underneath. Using your left oblique, lift your left leg up. Take a breath in. Shift forward to high plank as you breathe out. Inhale, pause, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend, knee to nose. Inhale, extend, knee to right. Inhale, extend, downward facing dog. Good, take your dog for a walk here. I encourage you to separate your feet, maybe as wide as your mat to create room for your hips. And maybe look at your hands and widen them as much as your mat too to create space for your shoulders. Now, as you press your finger pads into the ground, roll the shoulder blades down your back and squeeze your triceps in. Breathe in and breathe out. Gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees, and then just start to walk to the top of your mat. Stepping your feet about 2 fist width distance, hang out in a ragdoll. Maybe bind the hands behind your back. If you have a hand towel, it's really great to take a hand towel on either side of your hand. I don't have one today, but take a hand towel on either side of hand and just let the arms fall over your body. Wherever you are, can you melt the hips down until the abdomen rests on your thighs, or at least gets a little closer to it? Releasing your hands down to the mat. Press into the shins, come up to a kind of an arch of the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Reach your arms up over your head, breath in. Hands come to heart as you breathe out. Good, now we're gonna add some breath to movement. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees as you forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Step your right foot back into a lunge as you breathe out. Reach your arms up over your head. Inhale, squeeze the right glute, cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms up. And as you exhale, step to the top of your mat as you forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step the left foot back with care and control, exhale. Press into the feet, high crescent lunge, inhale. Cactus arm, exhale. Inhale, arms come up, take it to high plank. As you exhale, step back. Claw your fingertips into the mat, shift your body weight forward. Now press the back of your skull to the ceiling. Just like you're lying on your back, pressing the back of your head into the mat. Take a breath in. Optional chaturanga. Of course, you can drop to the knees and lower down. Now, high cobra, slither the hips and the thighs of the mat, lift up through the heart, bend your elbows. Exhale, roll down. Come through the knees to modified plank, shift into downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. We're gonna take that again a few more times. So look at the hands. You can narrow your stance forward, bend the knees, and you can jump or step all the way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step your right foot back as you breathe out. High crescent, squeeze the glutes, inhale. Cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Everything comes forward, step, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Left foot steps back, fingertips to ground, exhale. High crescent, breathe in, squeeze the glutes, exhale, cactus the arm. Inhale, reach your arms up, hands go to the floor as you exhale. High plank, breath in. Chaturanga, maybe the knees stay off the ground, lowering is 1. Flip to the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, travel to down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. We're gonna take that 2 more times. Bend your knees, jump or step or walk or tiptoe all the way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Arms up, breathe in. Forward fold, breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Step right foot back, runner's lunge, exhale. Press into the front foot, high crescent. Open mouth, cactus arms. Inhale, stretch up. Step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step left foot back as you exhale to runners. Press into your front foot, high crescent lunge. Cactus your arms, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Hands go to the floor as you exhale. Step to high plank, breath in. Optional chaturanga as you breathe out. Upward facing dog, roll the heels towards one another. And as you exhale, press to down dog. 1 more round, bend your knees. Look at your hands, travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Last round, inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step right foot back, hands to mat, breath out. High crescent, inhale. Cactus, exhale. Inhale, crescent. Forward fold, step forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Left foot steps back, runner's lunge, breath out. Crescent, breathe in. Cactus, breath out. Inhale, crescent. Hands go to the floor as you exhale. Step to high plank. Inhale, lower chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breath out. Separate the feet, walk to the back of your mat. Good. Now here you can take big toe grab, Paschimottanasana, or gorilla pose, sliding your palms face up underneath the soles of the feet. You may need to bend your knees a lot to get your big toe to kind of caress the wrist here, allow the head to fall. Kind of corny yoga joke here. We're all doing handstands right now. Good. Now release your hands, roll out the wrists. Halfway lift, forward fold. Reach your arms up, breathe in. Good, forward fold, breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk to down dog as you exhale, pause. Good, press into the hands, drive the heels down, but it doesn't matter if the heels are to the ground or not, okay? So what I would rather you have is press really hard into the hands to lift the spine and the hips to the sky. And with your bent knees, drive your heels to the ground. Take 3 breaths here. All right, one more breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale. Drop down to the knees as you exhale. Good. Now from your tabletop, we're just going to, again, do some wrist stretches. Take the left palm flat to the mat and turn your right palm face up. So your left fingertips are pointing away from you and your right fingertips are pointing towards you. Drop your ribs, lift your gaze, inhale to cow. And as you exhale, round, but be very gentle here. Press your fingernails into the mat. Do it again. Cow pose, navel drops, lift gaze. Exhale, round and tuck. Next time you come to that neutral spine, very carefully flip the right palm to the ground, pressing weight into it enough that the left palm is able to face up. Good. Stabilize, spread fingers wide. Drop the ribs, lift your gaze. Exhale, round. And it's okay to have a bent left arm. Do that one more time. Breathe in, press hard into the right hand. Exhale, round. Coming to your neutral spine, flip the palms over one another. Now I want you to press your finger pads into the ground, because grip strength is really important in our practice. So to decide or to kind of figure out if you have strong grip strength, one of the little exercises I like to do is take your finger pads into the mat. All right. And your knuckles and your fingers are going to turn white. Okay. Because we're putting pressure on them. And I want you to take the other hand and see if you can pluck your own fingers off the ground. And you may have like a weaker hand or a weaker finger. That just tells you where you need to work, right? Once you do the left side, start to press your right finger pads into the ground, get the knuckles to turn white, get the fingernails to turn white, and then start to pluck your fingers. Start to observe what fingers come up easily, what other ones are grounded, and that is where the work begins. Cool? All right, grab a sip of water if you need it. We're gonna start our flow here in about, 20 seconds. All right, coming into your tabletop, our first flow is going, we have 2 flows. Our first flow is going to start in tabletop. So with your fingers wide, look between the knees, make sure they're underneath your hips. We're going to do 1 cat-cow to reset. Inhale, drop all your ribs. Exhale, round and tuck. Now, as you round and tuck the toes underneath. Start to come into your neutral spine, pick the knees up, and then send your hips back into the heels. We call this bear pose. So arms are straight. You're in like a downward facing dog, but almost in a squat. Good, take a breath in. And now as you exhale, you're gonna shift forward. And this posture is this is gonna feel kind of a really long high plank. So you're gonna start to push into the feet and let your shoulders come past your wrist. Good, and send the hips back into your bear pose. Find that grip strength, inhale. Shift forward to high plank. Exhale, let it go a little further. Maybe you find the big toe of both feet. Exhale, sink the hips back. Last time, come forward. Maybe you come so far forward that you find the toenails. Hold 3, 2, 1, bear pose. Now don't lose the shape of the body, but just simply pull the right heel towards the right glute. Press into the hands, shoulders come towards the earlobes. On your next inhale, straighten the right leg, 3-point down dog. Exhale, bends the knee. So we're building strength here. So I really want you to press into your right hand, come to the left fingertips. And this may be enough for you. If you want to go a little bit further, imagine your left hand is like a little spider and it's walking towards you. Placing the left hand underneath your left hip. Press hard into the right hand, claw into the ground. If you want a little bit more, reach your left hand towards your right foot. Maybe you actually grab it. And maybe you don't. This is really hard. Kick into the hand, almost to the point where you find a back bend. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Hand down, leg up. Take a breath in. And now as you exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, knee to nose. We're almost off our wrists, I promise. Inhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, step your foot through. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, arms up. Make fists with your hands and roll out your wrists. Good, good. Taking this breath in, spread the fingers wide. And as your hands come to the floor, frame your front foot, find your finger pads. Oftentimes what happens is arthritis hits our knuckles and our hands first. So we're trying to build strength in our fingertips. Pick up the back knee, pull the heart through your arms, and then as you exhale, straighten your front leg into a pyramid pose. Now, when I say straight, it is subjective. All right, you can have a bent knee and still pull the right hip back and just get as much from it as somebody who has a completely straight leg. Just try not to hyperextend. Shift forward into runner's lunge. Exhale, sends it back. Do that one more time. Shift forward, inhale. Send it back as you exhale. Now, as you shift forward once more, drop the back knee to the ground. Inhale your arms up, but this time, take them into prayer. Push the palms together all the way to the finger pads. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next inhale, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, breath in, and now take it to a twist, hook left elbow around the right knee. Right. And if you need to make a fist with your hand, what that will do is it'll take your thumbs out of your armpit and closer to the heart. So make a fist with your top hand, press into it, and then revolve your navel towards the top of your inner thigh. Good. Complete the twist in your cervical spine by looking up. Hold 3. Lift the left hip a little higher. There it is. 2 and 1. Palms are in prayer. Now you're going to step forward into chair pose. Breathe in. And we're going to karate chop. So what that means is you're going to sink the hips low, karate chop to the right side of your mat. On your inhale, come to a side body stretch over to the left. Exhale, karate chop. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, karate chop. 1 more time. Inhale, karate chop. Now on your next inhale, come to that side body stretch, but next time you exhale, chair twist. Good. Shifting the weight equally into the foot. Look down, make sure left knee is not creeping in front of right. Lift again your heart up to your hands. If you have a practice in side crow, this may be a really good place to take it. So if you're new to side crow, what you can do, coming in here, you're going to take your hands so the fingertips are pointing in front of you. All right. So I have found a more accessible way to do this. And when you come in this way, you're going to lift your hips in line with your knees and then start to bend the elbows and place your right thigh bone. Now to get into just a little bit, and I'm not going to use the word simpler, but let's go doable. Okay. So let's make this a little more accessible. Lift your hips, cross your right ankle behind your left. And as you bend your elbows, place your hips onto your triceps, tilt your body forward, and then let your legs lift up as you squeeze the inner thighs together. Hold 3, hold 2, hold 1. Uncross the feet, returning back into your chair twist. Beautiful. Arms up, breathe in. Cactus arms, breath out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant the hands, step to high plank, feet wide, exhale. Lower to the right forearm, lower to the left forearm. Good. Press into the right palm. Press into the left palm. 1 more time. Right forearm, left forearm. Try to keep the hips isolated. Right hand, left hand, downward facing dog. Whew, all right. Now let's reset. Drop down to the knees. Tabletop. 1 cat-cow. Maybe you make fists. Give your wrist a break. Drop your ribs. Lift your gaze. Exhale, round and tuck. As you come to your neutral spine, flatten the palms, tuck your toes underneath, bear pose, hover the knees, and then straighten the arms, send hips to heels. Breathe in. We're going to do that super extended high plank. As you breathe out, push into the toes. Let your shoulders pass the wrists, pass the fingers, gaze past the mat. Squat it back, bear pose, inhale. Exhale, move into that super extended plank. One more time, inhale. Exhale, hold. Come back into your bear pose, inhale. Pause on your exhale. Left leg up, 3-point down dog. Bend your knee and guide your right heel to the mat. Now again, you can stay here. Open hip is a beautiful place to be. If you want to go to the next step, come to your right fingertips. And again, that spider walks towards you underneath your right hip. Don't forget to press into the left hand. And if you want to play around even more, reach back and see if you can grab your left foot with your right hand. Holding 3, holding 2, holding 1, 3-point down dog. Inhale, left knee, left elbow, exhale. Inhale, straight up, squeeze the quadricep. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, press the heel upwards. Exhale, across the body. Inhale, reach up, step through as you exhale, dropping your knee to the ground. Good, now reach your arms up, make fists, and roll out your wrists. Good, maybe spread and squeeze the fingers. Inhale, fingertips to the ground. Maybe you start on your fingertips. Tuck your back toe, runner's lunge. Squeeze the thighs towards one another. Pull the heart through your arms. And as you exhale, send it to pyramid pose. Front toes lift, back heel presses down. Do that 2 more times. Runner's lunge, inhale. Exhale to pyramid, press into the finger pads. 1 more time, inhale and exhale. Next time you come forward, drop the back knee. On your next inhale, arms up, but this time comes into prayer. Now see if you can press into the front foot and back knee. Breathe in, breath out. Inhale. Can we prayer twist and pick the back knee up at the same time? Exhale. Perfect, perfect. Remember, from the hips down, you are pressing back. From the hips to the crown, we are lifting up. Hold 3, hold 2. Look down to your front foot on 1, and then begin to step forward into a chair twist. Now stand up with your prayer hands. Inhale. We're going to karate chop over to the left side. Exhale. Coming into that side body stretch. Breathe into the right. Exhale, karate chop down. Sink the hips low. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Lift the arms up. Now take it into a chair twist once more. Hooking the elbow around the knee or even on top of the knee if you need a little extra space. And if you wanted to take side crow 1 more time on the left side, this is your place to take it. And let's say fingertips pointing in front of you didn't work for you. Another variation is turning your fingertips perpendicular to your body. And from here, we're going to place our hip and our elbow on our knee and act like there's a cliff in front of you. You want to look over real bad. When you have more weight in your hands than you do your feet, cool, you're in a crow, right? Press into the hands. Next step, maybe you pick up your top foot. Maybe you put the top foot down and pick up the bottom foot. And then over time, you shift your body weight forward like a seesaw until both knees lift. Returning back into your chair twist in 3, 2, and 1. Mountain pose, inhale. Cactus arms, exhale. Mountain pose, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breath in. Plant the hands, step to high plank, feet wide. Breathe in. Left forearm to ground. Remember, you can drop to your knees. Drop left forearm and right forearm. Come up, left palm and right palm. Last round, left, right, left, right. Tuck the toes, breathe in, downward facing dog, but then travel to the back of your mat as you breathe out. Let your upper body rest. Let your upper body hang. And again, if you'd like to take your gorilla pose 1 more time. All right, so we're going to take that flow 1 more time, moving breath to movement, and then set it and forget it. Okay? All right, walk forward to your tabletop. And if you need a sip of water, take it, because I am. This is a lot of talking today. All right, so from your tabletop, take a breath in, cow. Exhale to cat. Next time you come up to a neutral spine, pick the knees up, inhale, bear pose, exhale. High plank, inhale, 3 rounds, exhale to bear. 2 more rounds, inhale, come further, exhale, send it back. Inhale, come as far forward as you can. Exhale, send it back. Right leg up, breath in. Bend your right knee, and you have the option to flip your dog or stay exactly as you are. Try to grab the foot. So if you're aiming to flip the dog, pick your heel up off the ground. Swivel on the ball toe mound of your grounded foot and let the foot that's in the air start to drop behind you. Watch your foot hit the ground as you lift your right arm up. Now in our wild thing, our heel of our right foot is off the mat. Good, and maybe you actually start to straighten the leg. Look down to the ground, rewind. Right leg goes back up, swiveling on the left foot, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, knee to nose. Inhale, knee to left. Inhale, step it through, exhale. Keeping the back knee off the ground, fingertips to ground. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale to pyramid pose. Inhale, runners. Exhale, pyramid. One more time, inhale and exhale. Next time you come forward, high crescent lunge, breath in. Take it to your prayer twist as you breathe out. Shift your body weight forward, step forward into your chair twist. Good, take a breath in, reach up over to the left side. Inhale, karate chop to the right, exhale. Two more, breathe in, press your palms together. Exhale, karate chop. One more time, breathe in, take it to that chair twist as you breathe out. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Mountain pose, inhale, cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, arms up, bend the knees as you fold down. Halfway lift, breath in, high plank as you breathe out. Come to your right forearm, come to your left forearm. Turn your right forearm parallel to the top of the mat, drop your heels towards the right, Vashisthasana side plank. Option to drop your bottom knee to the ground and then elevate the hips almost like you have a rainbow shape, but you don't want to go so much the shoulder goes past your elbow. One more breath in, breath out. Hand comes down. Can you press into your high plank? Breathe in, chaturanga or down dog, breath out. One more time, in, out. Shift forward, tabletop. Drop your ribs, lift your gaze, cow. Exhale, cat. With your toes tucked, neutralize the spine, hover the knees, inhale. Bear pose, exhale. Extended high plank, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, bear pose. One more round. Inhale. Exhale, bear pose. 3-point down dog. Inhale. Bend your left knee. Again, option to flip your dog. Try to grab your foot. If you're flipping your dog, go for it now. Landing on the ball toe mound, extend your flat foot leg. Reach your free hand towards the front of the room, or even press your hand against the heart and lift your heart upwards. Now, if you want to take a quick glance down to your right hand, make sure that the wrist is over the shoulder. Now look down to the ground, come out like you came in, 3-point down dog, left knee, left elbow. Inhale up, knee to nose. Inhale, leg up, knee to right. Inhale, leg up, step your foot through as you exhale. Good, fingertips, lift the heart, breath in. Pyramid pose, flex the toes, drive the back heel, breath out. Shift forward 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, pull it back, left hip back. One more time, inhale. Exhale, sends it back. Now as you come forward, breathe in, breathe out. High crescent, take a breath in, pray your hands, and then exhale, twist. Good, press the palms together, lift your heart up to your hands. Look down to your left foot, shift your body weight forward, chair twist. From here, side body stretch, right arm over our right body over. Exhale, karate chop to the left. 2 more, breath in. Exhale, breath out. 1 more, breath in. Exhale, chair twist, breath out. Take a breath in, lifts the heart, squeeze the knees together. Exhale, twist. Mountain pose, inhale. Cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Forward fold as you breathe out. Breathe in halfway. Exhale, step back to high plank. Good. Now drop left forearm and right forearm. You have the option to drop your left knee. We're taking our Vashisthasana on the left side. So don't turn my back to you. I'm going to turn my left forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Maybe my left knee is down. And that is what my side plank looks like. Good. Try not to think of modifications as a negative thing. Modifications are knowing what your body can do today, because your body today is the different body you're going to have tomorrow. It's a different body than you had 3 weeks ago and you're gonna have 3 years ago. Hold, 3, 2, 1, hand down. Can you press into high plank? Inhale, down dog or chaturanga, walk to the back of your mat. Let your body hang. And we're gonna walk your feet as wide as your mat, sink your hips into Malasana squat. Roll out the wrists. Good work. All right. So we're just gonna do a fun little drill to get to the top of the mat. It's a core working drill, but like I said, that's what we've been focusing on today. So when you come into it, you're gonna take your hands in front of you and make fists, like you're holding 2 candlesticks in your hands. And press your knuckles into the ground, tilt your body forward, just like you're gonna go into crow, and either step 1 foot forward, other foot forward, drop the hips, serve up your candlesticks. Second option, press your finger or your knuckles into the ground, lift the heels, press in, and see if you can float your hands forward. So do that all the way until the top of the mat. Once you get to the top of the mat, pause. Lift the heart. Now press your elbows into your knees and your knees into your elbows to create this active release. Arch your upper back slightly, shift weight to heels, crown of your head high, chin tucks to the neck. Breathe in and breath out. Good, stand up strong, press into the feet, arms overhead like temple pose, feet together, hands to heart, exhale. All right, if you want to grab a sip of water before we begin our second flow, go ahead and do it. It's a little bit shorter. All right, starting at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale to chair pose. Inhale, arms higher. Exhale, drinking bird. Lift your heels. Now, next time you come to chair, give a little hover of your right foot. So this is the part where we want to create a little we want to resist the temptation to lift our foot higher, create some restraint here. So as your weight is in your left foot, hover the right foot off the ground, but try not to hike the right hip up. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, send the right leg back, coming into rocket ship with your hands behind you. Imagine you're holding a bowling ball between your hands and you're trying to squeeze it and lift at the same time. Breathe in, lunge forward as you breathe out. Now swoop the arms next to the ears into lightning bolt pose. Inhale, holding that bowling ball. And as you exhale, we're gonna skandasana, but come into open arms like the letter T. Good, stretching your arms in opposite directions. Now take the back hand, swoop it back into your lightning bolt pose. Inhale, but take a twist again. Exhale. Good, breathe in. Twist a little bit deeper as you exhale. If you need to drop that back knee to the ground, unapologetically do it. One more breath in. Twist deeper as you exhale. Now, if your back knee is on the ground, you can keep it there. Or when you inhale, pick up the knee and extend your arms away from you. Holding that bowling ball overhead. 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, twisted runner's lunge. Bring your left arm up, lift your right hip up. We're gonna take this to horizon lunge. So I'm gonna encourage you to maybe walk your left foot back just a little bit, breathe in, and as you exhale, swivel on the feet, turn your toes in the same direction, and lower your right hip down. And then as you come up, you're gonna swivel back into your twisted runner's lunge. If that didn't work for you, then drop your back knee and cactus your arm. All right, so we're gonna do that 3 times, either horizon or drop and cactus. Inhale, dropping cactus or horizon, exhale. Runner's lunge, inhale, horizon, exhale. One more time, inhale, horizon lunge as you exhale. Come forward, twisted runner's lunge, inhale, set your hand down, exhale, shift into the left foot, single leg Tadasana, take it slowly, arm comes up, inhale, Jiva squat, hands to heart as you exhale. Inhale, do that 2 more times, Jiva squat. One more round, inhale, Jiva squat. Come back into your single leg Tadasana, and now find eagle arms and eagle legs, crossing right arm underneath the left arm, right thigh on top of left thigh. Squeeze your thighs together using your right toes as a kickstand. Lift your elbows in line with the shoulders, press your palms away. Find a breath here, squeeze the thighs, send the lower body to the left, upper body to the right. One more breath in. Drop the hips, lower breath out. Now release, arms up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Staying in your forward fold or halfway lift, inhale. Take your flow, exhale. We're all gonna meet at the top of your mat. Good. Now, as you find your way to the top of your mat, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Drinking bird, exhale. Chair pose, but hover left foot off the ground, just an inch. Again, practice that restraint. Just because you can lift your leg higher doesn't mean you should. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, tilt the body forward to have leverage to send the leg back, swoop the hands behind you into rocket ship. Pull the heart center forward as you draw the fingertips back. Press into your front foot, knee stacks over ankle. One more breath in. Fingers wide, lunge lower, breath out. Arms overhead, lightning bolt pose, palms into prayer. Take a breath in, lunge lower as you breathe out. Inhale, Skandasana with T, arms flex the toes. Exhale. Good. Stretch your arms in opposite directions. Scoop that left hand back, coming into our lightning bolt pose one more time. Come into your crescent twist once again. Breathe in. Twist deeply as you breathe out. One more time, breath in. Twist even more, breath out. Option to stay here. If you're looking to up it a few notches, start to extend your arms in opposite directions. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, right arm up, twisted runner's lunge. Again, if you need to drop your back knee to the floor, do it. We're gonna go right into those horizon lunges, 3 rounds. If you need to walk your back foot just a little bit more, inhale, horizon lunge, exhale. Inhale, come back to twisted. Remember your option. Exhale, drop knee, cactus arm. Inhale, 2 or 1 more. Exhale, horizon lunge. Inhale, come up, hand comes down to the floor. Shift the weight into your front foot. Press into it hard, single leg Tadasana. Arm up, leg up, breathe in. Jiva squat, knee to calf, hands to heart, press hard. 2 more, serve it up, breathe in. Exhale, Jiva squat. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, single leg. Find eagle arms, left under, left over. Shift the weight into the heel of your standing foot. Arch your upper back, shift weight into heel. Lift elbows high, palms away. Hold 3. Hold 2. Hold 1. Release the feet, arms up, breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the hands and take your flow or step to down dog. Good. Now let's drop down to the knees for a moment. Grab your sip of water. We're going to take that flow one more time, breath to movement. I'm not really going to change anything. And then we're going to cool it down a little bit. Making your way into mountain pose. Let your palms face forward. Press the weight into the heels, the ball toe mounts, and grip the toes into the mat. Draw your ribs down. And breathe. All right, let's do this. We got this. Inhale, arms up. Chair pose, exhale. Heart lifts, breathe in. Drinking bird, breath out. Right foot comes to a hover, inhale. Tilt the body forward, rocket ship. Send the leg back, press into the left foot, exhale. Lightning bolt, palms into prayer, inhale. Skandasana, open like letter T, exhale. Inhale, scoop the arm back up into lightning bolt pose. Exhale, come into that twist. Extend your arms long. Inhale, hand to earth. Exhale, reach to the sky. Inhale, 1 round, horizon lunge. Exhale. Inhale, come to center. Hand comes down to the floor. Shift weight. Inhale, single leg Tadasana. There we go. And exhale, Jiva squat. The only one. Inhale, eagle arms and eagle legs as you exhale. Breathe in, sink the hips low, breath out. Reverse swan dive, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. No vinyasa, halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breath out. Chair pose, breathe in. Drinking bird, breathe out. Left foot to a hover, inhale. Step it back with the arms as you exhale. Arms next to ears, lightning, inhale. Open like letter T, Skandasana, exhale. Swoop it forward, breathe in. Prayer twist, breath out. Extend your arms out, inhale. Twisted runner's lunge, exhale. 1 round, breathe in. Horizon lunge, breathe out. Arms up, inhale, plant the hand, exhale, we're so close. Left knee up, arms overhead, single leg. Exhale, Jiva squat. 1 round, inhale. Move to eagle arms and eagle legs as you exhale, hold 3. Hold 2. Hold 1. Arms up, breath in. Forward fold and pause, breath out. Separate the feet as wide as your mat. Bring the left fingertips to the ground. Reach the right arm up as you bend the left knee. Good. And take your hand to your low back and see if you can kind of square the hips a little bit better. And change. Right hand down, bend the right knee, left arm up. Draw your navel in to protect your spine. And then as you exhale, hands come to the back. Open up the chest. Press into the finger pads. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release your hands down to the floor. Let your upper body hang and relax and let go. From here, just step back into a down dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Open the knees and take it into a child's pose. So we're going to kind of do what we've already done at the beginning of class to see where our bodies are today. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Maybe place the left hand on top of the right hand, squaring the left shoulder down. Reach through the fingertips. Walk your hands back to center and then send them over to the left side. Maybe you put your right hand on top of your left hand, bowing your head in between the arms. Good. Now begin to come back to center. Shift into your tabletop. Send your right leg back. Good. And now set it off to the left side of your mat. Open arm, reach the right arm up to the sky. And again, open your chest to the ceiling. Good. Breathe in. Hand comes back to the ground as you breathe out. Legs stay the same just for a moment. You're going to swing the right leg out, coming into that extended right leg, tabletop with the rest of the body. Lower your ribs, inhale. Find your kind of child's pose, extended leg. Start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. And again, if you want to kind of take that grip, maybe your body's a little warmer now, this later in class that you can do it. So from your child's pose, turn your right toes to the front of the mat. And then as you walk your hands over, you're going to hook your fingers around the knife edge of your foot and let the action come from the elbows as you pull down. Start to release the grip. Walk your hands in front of you. Good. Now begin to press your body up. We're just going to rock our weight into our left hip, swing the left leg around, and then take the right leg around into a twist. If this is too much for your back, extend your left leg long. Hook your right arm or left arm around the right knee and twist. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, crown of your head high, breath in. Draw your navel in, and as you breathe out, twist, twist, and twist, and unwind. No fancy way to get into it. Come back into your tabletop. Good. With your palms flat, extend your left leg back. Step it off to the right side of the mat, and again, open arm, open chest, open hip. Yeah, maybe make circles with the arm. Take that left hand down and swing your left leg out long to the side. Beautiful. Cow pose, inhale. Send the hips back into this kind of funky extended child's pose. You can stay here with your toes pointing up or forward, or again, walk your hands over to the left side. You don't have to grab your foot. Everything I say is a suggestion. Maybe you want to go a little deeper, pointing your right toe or left toes to the front of the mat. Grab the foot and pull. Begin to lift your body up. Walk all the way to the top of your mat with your hands. Shift your body weight forward, and we're just going to thread our left heel, our right heel through. Have a seat and swing the left leg around. If you want to extend your right leg, go for it. Right hand hugs, left hand grounds. Crown of your head high. Draw your navel in and like a wash rag, wring it out as you gaze behind. Soften the muscles in your jaw. Melt the shoulder away from your ear. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more breath in. And breath out. Turn your gaze forward, your shoulders forward. From here, stamp your feet down to the mat. Reach your arms in front of you. As you tuck your chin to the chest, start to roll your spine down, vertebra to vertebra to vertebra, until your spine completely connects to the mat, head falls last. Stretch your legs up to the sky, waterfall pose. This is such a healing posture. It reverses the blood flow. It helps with inflammation of the ankles, varicose veins. It also gives our arteries and veins a little break. Start to hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze the shin bones into your legs. Good. Holding on to your right leg, extend your left leg long, and maybe you come into a half happy baby. Place your left hand on your left hip, press the heel to the sky. Anchor your right shoulder into the mat, and then begin to extend your right heel behind you. From here, with your left leg extended, cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Place your hands next to your body and see if you can scoot your heels over to the right side of your mat. And then as you send your arms up over your head, start to walk your hands also to the right side of the mat. And you can always interlace the fingers or prayer hands or any variation in the arms. It's just a gentle side body stretch. We did a lot of core work today. And when we think of core, think about your front, your sides, and your back, just like a corset. So when one becomes stronger and more dominant than the other ones, it can create some muscular imbalances. So technically, we try to work all of them. And unwind, walk the feet back to the midline. Tuck your knees into the chest, holding on to the left shin bone, right leg goes long. Option to stay here if this is enough, or find half happy baby with peace sign fingers, right hand to hip to anchor it down and extend the left heel to the ceiling. Plug the left shoulder back into the ground. Good. And with your left shoulder pressing into the mat, then start to extend through the heel. Allow the quadricep to engage so the hamstring can extend. Breathe in. Pull shoulder down away from the ears, breath out. Cross your right ankle or left ankle over the right knee. Walk your heels over to the left, a little core strength to do that. And then reach your arms overhead. And there's no like really fancy or pretty way to do this, but walk your hands over to the left. And again, just let it be simple. Not everything needs to be complicated. Not everything needs to be intricate. Not everything needs to be, mind blowing. Sometimes the simplicity of a stretch is exactly what our mind and our nervous system needs. You're going to walk your hands and everything back to center. Give yourself one more squeeze to reset the spine. Legs long, Savasana. You can lie on your back. You can flip to your abdomen. You can come to a seated meditation. Wherever you feel like you can relax the most. And it's different for everyone. And it's going to be different for you. I often like to remind people that your body that you're living in today is different than your body that lived last week, different than the body that's going to live next week. Because our bodies are just a result of our choices, our habits, our sleeping patterns, what we eat, what we drink, what we don't eat, what we don't drink, our energy that we give to those around us, how we fulfill and self-care for ourselves. And sometimes that stuff is easier and sometimes it's a little more challenging. So this body that you're living in now, let it be the body that you're living in now. Nothing more, nothing less. Just you, and that's enough. Feel free to stay in this position as long as you need to. I want to thank you from my entire heart for coming today in this non-existent virtual class. I want to thank those at my vinyasa practice for giving me the opportunity to work towards my 300-hour in a way that worked with my schedule. So I'm speaking directly to you, my vinyasa practice. It has been a journey, that's for sure. Some parts harder than others. Some parts, I learned a bunch. Some parts I was exposed to things I've never seen or heard of before. But regardless, it has made me a better person, a better yogi, a better woman, and a better human. So from the top, the bottom, and the left and the right side of my heart, thank you. Namaste.